What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy G11 back at it again with another fantastic episode of the Homie Talk Podcast. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, getting recuperated, getting rested, and all that good stuff. So, obviously, you guys have seen today's thumbnail. I've been holding back on kind of talking about it for a bit. I want to see what how the situation was going to go, to be quite honest, with the whole Adam22 deal, and really just kind of formulate my thoughts on the topic, right? But before we get to Adam22 and his wife Lena, the plug, there are a couple quick hitters I want to look at. For uh, one thing that was an issue recently was the whole Keke Palmer and the Usher debacle, right? For those of you who are not familiar with the situation, I have a tweet, or actually the videos over on Twitter of what actually went down with Keke Palmer and Usher, and let's just watch it and we'll discuss. All right, so give me a second here. I'm gonna pull it up. All right. So check this out. This is the situation with Keke Palmer and Usher. Hopefully you guys can hear sound. Hopefully I don't get copyright because I think he's doing one of his major songs. Whatever. Anyway. All right. So yes, Keke Palmer got some cheeks on her. Keke Palmer's a little bit kicked up. But so shortly after this video came out, Keke Palmer's the child father or her boyfriend, I don't think they were married, but her boyfriend came out, and I guess he said something on social media where he's like, "Oh, your mother, you need to, carry yourself a little bit differently." And then I think he said it wasn't even about how she dressed, it was just, how she was conducting herself, right? So here's my whole thing with that. Um Man, the media, they went crazy on him. They made it seem like he was shaming her and all this and that and the other. So I had a conversation with my pop about it, and it really boiled down to a couple different things, right? Um, One, the conversation should have been had with the boyfriend, or insert whatever, right? Say you're the husband, uh, I don't know, whatever relationship, insert, right? The conversation should have been had beforehand, like, all right, I know you're about to go out to this Usher concert. Here's the ground rules, okay? Um, would I be comfortable with my wife going out with the cheeks out like that? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? That's for me to see, not for anybody else, right? So that's the main thing. But the media kind of just went in on this guy, this poor guy. So he's shaming her. He is what they the buzzwords, misogynistic. Usher took the opportunity to really just catapult. Usher did what Usher does. And I can't even knock Usher. It's his concert. He's doing whatever. But it kind of is a bad look, right? None of the people that were with Keke, I'm not sure if it's her homegirls or just other ladies. None of them out there, had the common sense to be like, "Ooh, girl, maybe you want to put something different on." Going out there, like, ain't you with whomever, right? And she does have a kid. She has a little baby. I think a little baby boy. She's a mother, according to her Instagram. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think mothers should have a different standard of conduct when they're going out? Does it even matter? Like, what if you're in a relationship, right? For the fellas who are watching this, like, would you be comfortable with your old lady going out like that, going to an Usher concert, right? Or even your girlfriend? Doesn't matter, right? Mm. Have a frosty beverage on my Saturday afternoon. But here's my thing. Yeah, ultimately, I would not be comfortable. The conversation would have been had prior. I probably would have had my wife change her clothes or something a little, at least not to not have the cheeks just out like that. Come on, man. In that situation, just to be respectful of me, right? Because your wife or your husband, whomever, right, whoever you're with, when they go out, they are a representation of you, right? And if they go out a certain way where they're just showing off all the goods to whomever, right, it's very disrespectful to you. I mean, essentially, it says I don't really give a shit about what my partner thinks. I'm doing me. I mean, in that case, why not just be single? Hey, shout out to Tay. As an adult, have some respect not only for your partner but for yourself. Absolutely. Matter of fact, Tay, let me drop the link down below. Hang on. I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come up, bro. I'm not sure what you got going on. I'd really planned today, but I just kind of felt like, let me just do the live stream on it. Right. But right, as you said, as an adult, have some respect not only for your partner but for yourself. 100%. Mm. And I know Keke Palmer, she's always been kind of salute. Keke Palmer's always been kind of like a wild card, I guess. Dare I say ghetto? Not quite on the level of what's the other actress's name? I can't think of it. Fuck, what is her name? There's another actress slash stand-up comedian I'm thinking of, but her name just kind of escapes me right now. But she's always been kind of like that. Oh, hang on, let me pull up this article real quick. This is off Yahoo, but Keke Palmer Usher video. See how she shaded her boyfriend after he shamed her outfit. Yeah, it's just a lot of nonsense here. I don't even think we really need to go into it, to be honest. But it's just kind of crazy. I don't know. I would not be okay with my old lady being out like that. Maybe some of you new relationship people are. That's a no for me, dog. Which leads me into our next topic. Okay. So we got to talk about Adam22 of the NoJumper Podcast. For those of you, Adam22 is like a millionaire, super, super rich, super successful podcaster. And I think he also does prawn as well, if I'm not mistaken. He and his wife, prior to what's going on now, they shot a lot of scenes with him and her and like another girl. So they did a lot of like threesome type joints. And eventually he got married to her, right? So he's been with his wife for 7 years now. 7 years. And after 7 years, oh, there he is. And let me pull up the homie T. What's going on, King?
What's going on, King? How you feeling?
I'm doing well, bro. What about
Yeah,
you?
man. Man, I'm living, man. I'm trying to get through finals for next week, man. And
Oh man,
it, yeah, man. I just had to stop here, man. And, give my salute out to you, man. Put my little 2 cents on in the about the Kiki situation.
yeah, man. What did you think overall? It's like such a bizarre thing.
Um, I think that if she's in a committed relationship with that man, she should have some sort of respect for him. Not even for him personally, too, but like for herself, like he's right. You know what I'm saying? You're a mother, you're an adult, you know what I'm saying? You want to conduct yourself as such, as
Right.
expected of us as adults to conduct ourselves in the right way. I get having fun. There's nothing wrong with having fun.
Sure.
But, you know, you're grown, you're an adult. You're not a teenage girl no more. You're not in
Yeah.
your single 20s no more. You know?
Facts. Yeah, she
Um
is a whole baby with the guy, I mean,
right, right, exactly. Exactly.
but I know
And
in that clip, man, that we watched, like all the women that were there, like they were cheering her on. They were, in typical fashion, dude, ooh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep,
you
the
know,
sisterhood.
the sisterhood, like cheeks was just on full display, bro. Like, man.
That's disrespectful, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. And the
Facts.
worst part about the situation is some of the comments that man got from from other women. You
Yeah.
know,
They're calling him like insecure and misogynistic, and he's shaming her and all this other stuff. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, man, that's ridiculous. This man has standards, man. You know,
Right? Like, what's
you know what?
right, what?
Right.
What happened to
You
just
know,
having standards?
right. You know, it's so taboo now amongst men. I guess they don't want men to have standards anymore. It's supposed to be like, okay, we're going to just let our women do what the heck they want to do.
Right? Just do
You know, and
whatever.
not say nothing about it. Right?
Which
Like, come
which
on.
leads me to the point. Oh yeah, make it exactly. Make it. But it makes me ask the question, like, what's the point of even like being in a relationship with these Johns, and then like it also makes me understand why a lot of dudes aren't even trying to get married anymore if they got to deal with shit like this.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
I
like,
mean, that's a whole nother story right there when it comes to guys refusing marriage and all that good stuff, man. Because my spouse and I, my wife and I was talking about that, and I was letting her know how real in the field it really is. I'm like, guys
yeah,
don't want to deal with that. You
yeah,
know, you
guys are
got
tapping out.
women. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're having their fun and everything, but as far as committed relationships, nah, guys are not doing that anymore.
Right? Nah, they. I don't blame them, man. It's just hard because, like, like I think people. It's kind of weird. Like I think people should ultimately try to strive for marriage, right? Like if
Right.
you're going to deal with somebody, you find someone who you can tolerate and they can tolerate you. Tolerate is such a weird thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think marriage should be the goal, but it's like how do you even for a lot of the dudes and even the chicks out here, man, it's not a lot that's even worthy of marriage out there. It's crazy.
that's true. On both sides, men and women, on both sides.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know, yeah, they're just attracted to trash people. You know,
Bro. So listen to this, man. I do my side hustles and stuff during the week.
right?
I do a little bit of Lyft, I do a little bit of DoorDash here and there to kind of just stack extra bread, bringing a little couple extra $100 a week.
Hey,
Um,
look, bro, there ain't nothing wrong with multiple streams of income.
Facts.
Nothing
You
wrong
know,
with it.
you got to, well, especially now with inflation being the way it is, right?
Right,
Um,
exactly.
when I'm out and about, man, and I had this conversation with my pop, I'm like, man, I see so many dudes out here that are just not like taking care of themselves, man. Like they just got stains all on their shirt, shit's wrinkly, and hair be looking wild. I'm like, what is going on?
You know,
And
some.
then what's that?
Go ahead, bro. You finish.
Well, I was gonna say, and just vice versa, like with the ladies, man. I keep seeing all these like in the real world. I'm literally like this is my anecdotal stuff, but in the real world, I'm out and about and I see these ladies with these bonnets and they just look gross, for lack of a better term.
Right, I get it. I get
They
it.
just look gross, man.
I mean, I did a social experiment, right?
Hmm.
I was just walking in the mall, and I started looking at people around my age group, right?
Yeah,
Now, I'm almost, I'm almost 40, right? Like I'm 2 years
right,
away from being 40.
right.
And I look, and I'm like, man, we are bad. Like we
Yeah,
look horrible.
yeah,
Not even the clothing that we're wearing all the time. It's our just overall health. Like our skin nasty looking. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
We're overweight and stuff. Like I'm like, come on, man.
man.
What are we doing? What are we really
Right,
doing? I like
right.
getting a good workout free. You can do that for free.
Facts, man. Like, I mean, that was part of it. I tried not to go there, or I was trying to be a little PG, but
Hey, I'm
I
gonna call
mean,
a spade, bro.
facts. I mean, but that's the thing, right? So a lot of the dudes that I was seeing out there, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all got to pick a struggle. Like, you can't look dusty and be fat and be broke and be broke, and it's
Right,
messed up. But it's like
right.
you can't and expect to get girls.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, come
You know,
on, man.
I had a conversation with a couple guys, man,
Mm-hmm.
and they worry about, you know, women and this, that, and the third. And I had a couple conversations with some ladies as well about, wanting a man, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, the first thing you guys gotta realize is, are you the type of person that you want to attract?
Exactly.
You know
That's number one.
Yeah. You're not working on yourself, man. You won't be hit. You won't be in trouble.
Yes, 100%. Hang on, I just had to do that there. My audio is funny. Yeah, please continue, Tay.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's basically it. If you're not trying to make yourself into that type of person that you want to be in the relationship for that other person, you're destined to doom. You're destined to be doomed.
Facts. 100%.
So that's what
Yeah, a lot of people just not working on themselves at all, even a little bit. And you hate to see it, especially amongst our own people, man. But that's literally what I see around the majority of just when I'm just out and about. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like people are severely overweight, man. Like it's bad. Like I know I got a few extra pounds on me, but I'm, I stay in relatively good shape. And I, if I notice I'm starting to get a little wild, I'm like, all right, let me bring it back down. Let's get to a decent weight. But man, people are really just not looking great, man. And I don't see a solution, man. People are wrapped up in it. Yeah.
Like, to be honest, they have to work for themselves. There's no amount of talking we can really do. And
right.
And one of my sons, he watched these YouTube channels of these guys who, or I think there's a couple females on there too, but they overindulge in food. Like they have a horrible obsession with food.
Oh
like,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You see themselves as being gluttons. I'm like, man, nah, that's not a good image to have for our kids, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm not into fat shaming or fat phobic and none of that stuff.
Right.
However, there's a caveat to that. When you start when your BMI is or your body mass index starts to become out of control to the point where your physical health is being affected by your body weight. That's a problem. That's not shaming you. I care about your life. Like that's basically what I'm saying. I care about your life to the point like, hey, I'm not going to sit here and let you eat yourself to death. That's crazy.
Exactly.
And, no, and that, okay, there's some outliers. Some guys and girls can eat like 4 or 5 meals in one sitting and be perfectly fine. That's cool. My overall thing is you being healthy. Whatever that means, that don't mean you have to have a 6-pack abs.
No, by any means.
Chest and shoulders for the guys. Right. By any means, we're not trying to get you to look like supermodels or anything like that. Just be healthy. And carrying that extra body weight, scientifically proven, it's not healthy for you.
Oh, facts. I mean, I can even feel it, bro. Like when I start getting a little bit of extra weight, man, like just normal stuff is just harder to do. Right. Think about like walking up some steps, or even just getting up out of a chair. Right. That's like when I start realizing, I'm like, man, this is so I can only imagine like someone who's, let's say 300 pounds or the higher side of 200, right? Like just normal stuff is tough. So like, considering that, it's like, man, people, we really got to pay attention to that.
Not only that, man, the aches like that you get from your joints from carrying all that extra weight, it's bad.
Where's your bones down, man?
Really do.
Facts. Well, thanks for tapping in on that, man. I got man, you reminded me of this other thing that was going. You know who Jonah Hill is?
Yeah, man. One of my favorite guys.
Yeah, remember like Superbad was like the first movie or was it Superbad? What was the movie with him and McLovin?
Yeah, Superbad. Yeah,
super bad,
I love that.
man.
Love,
So
love.
right, so I personally think dude is a fantastic actor, right?
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of different stuff. I think he's producing movies now. But
Yep.
he's been widely like very like just focused into himself, and he doesn't really bother anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not. You don't hear about Jonah Hill doing crazy shit in the news.
Right. Exactly. And I think Jonah Hill's a beautiful person. Like when you hear any, look at any of his video, I'm not videos, interviews, listen to some of his
Mm-hmm.
interviews and whatnot. He's a beautiful person. You know what I mean?
100%. Like just a really like nice guy, man. Like just a straight up guy.
Exactly. Shout out Jonah Hill, goddamn. It.
Well, check it out, man. Like his so man, this is why these females are just crazy these days, man. Um, his ex girlfriend recently decided to try to basically to try to get him canceled. Um, and it's coincidental because he just had a baby with his current girlfriend. So as soon as that happened, his ex
Right.
girlfriend decided she was going to drop like some supposed expose text and try to say he was
Right.
like abusive. Right? She's trying to claim abuse, but the shit that she dropped is just him being straightforward. I'm actually going to pull it up. I'm gonna pull up one of the text threads that she shared that she leaked. Man, that's the thing that bothers me, man. A lot of these days, like females, as soon as you get on their bad side or you ain't dealing with no more, they try to just expose every little thing that happened between you and them. Man, that should be illegal, but that's a different, that's a totally different thing. All right, so check this out. So this is what he sent to her. Now his ex girlfriend was like some Australian surfer or something like that, and
Okay.
the issue was he had wanted her to take down some pictures that she had on her Instagram where it's like showing her ass and she's wearing the thong and stuff. And
Right.
he's basically saying, you know, hey, if we're gonna be together in this thing, here's my boundaries, here's my standards. So, and this is exactly what he says in here. He says, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the way these actions have hurt. My boundaries with you are based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. That's what he said. That seemed pretty straightforward to me,
Yeah, I mean that's a very mature way of handling it, to be honest with you.
right?
Told it really direct, what's going on, how you feel about the situation. Wow,
I
you
see.
trying to cancel the meeting off that? That don't make sense.
I see absolutely nothing wrong with what that man said. And
Me
then
neither.
she captioned this one, see the misuse of the term boundaries. So she like any reasonable person is going to read that and be like, I see nothing wrong here. But now she's trying to make herself some sort of victim. This is crazy, man. I don't know. This is what we're dealing with in 2023. Um,
Yeah.
I think he's handling it really well. Like there's other text messages out there. She kept texting him, and
Right.
at one point he was like, this is cool. Please stop sending me this stuff. Bye, kind of thing.
Great
It's
way
like
to handle that
right, man, he's actually like that supports everything that we think and that we see. He's just a stand up dude. He's very straightforward. He's established his boundaries. She doesn't like it. And of course, she dropped this around the time. I think he hasn't been with her for a while, but his current girlfriend, they just had a baby and she tried to get him canceled. So that's actually bizarre. Um,
situation.
but now to get to the meat of what it is that I wanted to talk about today, Adam22. Adam22 of the NoJumper Podcast. You ever heard of him?
Oh, yes, man. man.
Dude is a
Look at
wild
that.
boy.
Wow, boy. Wow.
Now look, I got to give him his props. Like, dude is, I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. He has a wildly successful NoJumper podcast, the NoJumper Podcast, which is dope. Where it's like cultural. They have a lot of crazy guests on there. I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does prawn with his wife, and like whatever. Like if they have a female guest on, they do like threesomes and stuff. So there's that too. So he's busting down, whatever female. So what just happened with him lately was that he agreed to have his wife basically get destroyed by the most Tyrone, deep dick, muscular black man in existence. He literally agreed to let his wife's innards just get destroyed. And the clip that is really got everybody like wilding out was this joint she put on her Instagram. Now I know I'm late getting to it, but I just wanted to really sit back and see what was going on. But this was the clip that she put out on her Instagram, and this is what made everybody kind of cringe a bit. So this is Adam22's wife.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today? It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were going to do that.
Bruh.
Time out. Have you noticed the deep, dark shadow that man had when he walked in the room? Like the whole energy changed.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, I'll tell you, he's the most Tyrone dude that she could find, man. I mean, and then look at her face. Like she is excited. The verbiage, like all of that matters. She said it's finally happening. You know what I'm saying? She's smile. I think in all of the things that I've seen her and Adam in, I've never seen her smile like as hard as she did there. It's crazy.
Well, I think that if I'm not mistaken, she never had a black guy before. I do believe that was the situation, right?
Yeah, she's never done any scenes with any other men except her husband and like another chick. Like that's it. So yeah, she's never had the BBC.
You know what they say? Once you go black, you're gonna need a wheelchair.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like when you think about stuff like this, right? Like I would never agree for like my wife to go do that if I was in his situation. I mean, even in general, right? Because it's like it's literally is a situation where you can't unsee what you saw. You know what I'm saying? How does his wife then go back and deal with him after dealing with Tyrannus Maximus over here? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm being funny, but seriously, like it's wild, man. So now you've got Adam22, he's been doing different shows, different podcasts. He's been having to explain himself. Everyone is like, man, how are you even okay with, like, his demeanor doesn't even seem all right with me. And I think he's like gone and watched the scene that his wife did with the dude. I haven't watched it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she got decimated.
If they're in the prime business, I mean that comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but would you ever marry like someone like in that? You know what I mean? I don't know if I could ever do that.
I mean, he was part of the prime industry at some point himself as well, so
he's still in it, I think.
Right. Okay. So they should have like a professional respect. They know what it is already. They already know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take none of that stuff, personal. They don't take it home with them. So
I don't know, man. That's something that I'm not strong enough to live with. Even if you understand it's work, right? It's business. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. Ain't no.
I wouldn't have married her first. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
okay. You know, that's a conversation I would have had ahead of time. It's like, okay, look, we're both in this business, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what you haven't done in this business before? Oh, I ain't never had a black guy. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
never had, a fivesome. You know what I'm saying? Giant orgy, which means like 8 other women, whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that. You go do that, and then we're gonna come back together. You know,
Sure. Right, because
or
I mean,
or I'll join you. You know,
well, because here's the thing. I think once you get married, the game changes a bit, right? Because you say you
right,
take your vows, and at that point, right, you actually are saying you're gonna be exclusive with just that person forever. So,
right.
I think they're kind of spitting in the face of marriage, to be honest, man. Like so that's my first point is I wouldn't be strong enough to even deal with that. And two, like why even get married? What is the actual point if y'all are gonna still do that? I know it's work, but mm-mm.
I mean, I can see the issue if it honestly, if she was stepping out on the marriage and
Hmm.
doing all that, I can understand that. But this is work. You know what I'm saying?
I
This is
get
work.
it, man. I couldn't be him. It wouldn't be me.
No, definitely not. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that secure. I'm 9 times out of 10 secure mostly in my life,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that one, nah, man. I'm
yeah.
okay. I'm all right. I can't do it.
Well, here's a short clip of him actually talking about it. I think his mannerisms about it it's kind of a tell, but let's see.
it to you guys so that you guys all know what's going on, which is basically
You're quitting on us, bro.
I'm not quitting.
Shit.
I'm not quitting, but I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind.
All right, blow my mind then. It's early enough.
After 7 years with my girl, this is not the breakup conversation. I realize
Oh.
it might have sounded like that right there for a second.
Yeah.
After 7 years together, we've been doing porn pretty much the whole time, but we've gotten more and more deeper into the conversation or into the porn stuff. And after, many hundreds and hundreds of threesomes and stuff,
Okay.
we decided, we've been having this conversation for like damn near a year.
Okay. He's been talking with her about this for a year. A year. Oh my god. Okay, let me let it play some more. That's crazy.
She shot her first ever scene with another man over the weekend.
That shows growth.
That shows
Growth? Growth? What is he talking about? What is he talking about, man? Growth? What? Oh, hell no.
Brother, that's acceptance, brother. You accept it.
Man, he got the wrong people in the room.
Right.
Oh, hang on. I need to go on NoJumper, bro. I would have been like, what the fuck, Adam? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like this, like what? Oh man, let me see. I'm playing a couple more seconds.
But they get on your ass saying that you don't have it in you to disagree with me. So I'm going to use this as an example. Tell me how you
Hell
really feel.
no.
What about her? Listen, for the money, you don't want to hear what I'm talking about for the money, young.
I'm gonna tell it
For the
regardless.
money, young.
Yeah.
I disagree. I could disagree with Adam if he told a lie. Like you try to stay away from bullshit on the podcast. It's like, all right, how I really feel is that I need.
All right, this guy don't have no opinion. I'm sorry. The guy in the green shirt is just not saying anything. He's just like, he's for the money. I don't know, but I see the look on Adam's face in this clip, and he looks like a man that's trying to like process and cope with it some type of
Yeah,
way.
he looks real bothered.
Yeah. I mean,
I think if if it wasn't blasted publicly and people asking him questions, I think he'll be able to cope with it a lot better. But now there's a bunch of guys, his peers, are asking like, bro, you really let your wife get, you know? I don't mean no disrespect to Adam, man. Shout out to Adam22, man, but
for real,
you know, that's something the man has to deal with. Because now, as a man, you know, say you gonna get questioned. You know, about man, why you gonna let that happen? You know, what kind of man? You know, there's a lot of ways to go with it. And Lord forbid, and his wife get into an argument, and she said, "Oh, his was better."
Right?
That would literally kill him.
That's my thing. Like, cause again, she can't untake the dick. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't, you know, she can't unsee what she saw. Is my, you know, is the whole theme of what I was saying. So I got one more clip. I want to share with this whole thing. And this is the actual guy talking about what went down. So I think his name was Jason Love. Is the other he's the other guy. So check this out. Here we go. This was short. Oh, hang on. Is there sound? Oh, there's no sound. Where'd it go? Hold on. Make sure that's up.
Big fan.
There we go.
Movie with you. What are your movie filming rates? Oh, yeah, 4K. He's like, oh, here's my. All right, cool. I go there and I shoot the film with the woman. I drop some stuff here.
Oh no, not the severe glizzy destruction. He said severe, not the severe glizzy destruction. Oh my god, here we go. Hang on.
Who's recording this, right? I'm like this. None of that. I got glizzy on the woman or whatever. So
no. I don't know if that's actually what happened. I don't know if he's embellishing, but man, you know, some people are into that. They call it the cucking deal. I don't know if that's Adam's thing, but man, not that shit's wild, man. Severe. He said I dropped the severe glizzy destruction.
I mean, I get it. You know, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? From a king to another king, man, you gotta have some respect, man. Some level of professionalism, man.
That's I couldn't do it. Absolutely not. Especially being married, man. Like that's just like that's a no-go for me. But you know, I think go ahead, Tay.
Oh no, I was just saying it's something that's popped in my mind. Like just think, she come home, right? And you know, he wants to be intimate with his wife, and he said, nah, baby, I had a long day. It just messes
up. No.
Man, that would hurt.
Oh my god.
That would definitely hurt.
Yeah, like just as a man, right? You have to live with that. Like I don't know. I mean, the other way I look at it too, man, is like I just like that. It's kind of like my wife is mine. She belongs to me, right? I'm not sharing that with nobody.
Right, respectfully, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think this thing will. Mm-hmm.
No, I was just gonna say, at the same time though, it was a mutual agreement between husband and wife. You know?
As far as we know.
Well, okay, that's fair. As far as we know, it was a respectful and mutual agreement amongst the two.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously he cares about his wife, so
yeah,
I
sure.
understand the most part about that. You know, he wants to, you know, make his wife happy. You know, and I think I heard something about her asking him, "Hey, are you sure you're gonna be okay with it? I don't want to disrespect." She put his feelings before what she, you know.
Yes.
One of the things that she wanted, and I respect that. You know.
Yes, that was another interview they did. She she was actually in the interview. She said, "Are you sure you're okay with me doing this?" And he gave the blessing. He said, "Yeah." And man, and then she went and got obliterated. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh my god. I'm having too much fun with this one. I I think it'll pass. I think it'll pass. It'll get out of the news cycle. I think he is starting to cope with it a little bit more. You know, he's understands work or whatever. Because I think they came to the conclusion that it was something she had to do to kind of take her career to the next level, is what they said, something like that. But okay,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bring the bag back to the house. You know, I get it.
but they're already rich. Like he's already a millionaire. Like he has a successful podcast. Like
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, look, man, we've seen throughout history, just because you making $1 million don't mean you keeping $1 million.
I mean, that's true. We don't know how they're spending their money. That's true. That's a very good point. But oh man, it's wild. It's just a wild situation. It's a wild time we live in. Put it that way. But that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for today's live stream. Again, Tay, thanks for tapping in. I know I do a lot of these no notice things.
Man, thanks for the invite, King. You know, I appreciate you.
For sure, man. Hey, the support is appreciated, man. It means a lot. It does. It really does. And you know, I'm gonna get back into it. I've been doing my teaching thing for a minute, so I really got to get back into YouTube and just get consistent again.
Respect, man. Hey, man, you know, I want this thing to take off, man. So
for sure. Facts, man. Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, King, man, you know.
You got any last words for the viewers before I cut this thing down?
Just I say, if you're in a relationship, man, respect both sides. It don't matter if they're financially lower than you or socially lower than you. If you committed to that person, respect them at all times, and vice versa. Make sure they respect you at all times, or y'all relationship isn't gonna go anywhere. And avoid the glizzy destruction. Putting it out there. But that's it, man. On a serious note, yeah, man. Respect, man. That's respect and love and loyalty is what gonna make relationships successful. So.
100%. Shout out to Tay. Well, all right, YouTube land. That has been the live stream for today. If you're watching this on the replay later, make sure you like and subscribe. Share the content, helps the channel grow. And we will see y'all on the next one. Until then, we out.
We out here.